Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. There is no doubt that Becky Lynch is one of the biggest stars in WWE. But she has been away from TV since May 2024. Fans have been eagerly hoping for the man to come back, and why wouldn't they? WrestleMania 41 is approaching, and the women's division has been feeling her absence. Lynch could make a surprise appearance on the upcoming episode of Raw following a lengthy hiatus. Big Time Bex could make a blockbuster return and confront Lyra Valkyria, the first-ever women's Intercontinental Champion. Despite holding the coveted title, the 28-year-old currently lacks direction on the roster, with no clear WrestleMania feud. Well, this uncertainty could very well set the stage for Becky Lynch's long-awaited homecoming. Lyra Valkyria is all set to defend her championship against Dakota Kai on Raw. She is likely to retain her title against the damaged CTRL member. However, following the match, there is a high chance that Lynch could make a dramatic entry. The man might step into the ring and stand right in front of Valkyria. Like a good old tradition, she could point towards the WrestleMania 41 sign. WWE often plans to feature its top stars in the title picture when it comes to the show of shows. A potential feud between Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria could uplift the latter's status. Moreover, it might elevate the prestige of the women's Intercontinental title. This rivalry would also add a compelling mentor versus mentee dynamic to their on-screen relationship. When will Becky return is the big question at this point. But whenever she does, a feud with Lyra Valkyria could be the most likely direction for her. There is no doubt that if it happens, it could be one of the high-profile bouts on the card for the April spectacle. However, the man's huge popularity could create a difficult scenario for fans. The WWE Universe might struggle to choose between supporting Lynch or the beloved babyface Valkyria. Well, this seems very obvious to happen. If that ends up being the case, Big Time Bex could turn heel in her potential feud with the women's Intercontinental Champion. Like any other superstar, Becky Lynch's hunger to chase the newly introduced championship could take a dark turn. This could lead her to betray Lyra Valkyria, setting the stage for a heated feud. Such an angle could portray the former women's champion as a vicious heel, which will be compelling to see. PWN earlier reported that Big Time Bex was currently working on a new character. Therefore, a feud with the 28-year-old could provide her with the perfect stage to unveil this new persona in WWE. While it is an intriguing prospect, it is just a speculation at this point. Introduction: this week on Monday Night Raw, the WWE Universe will witness a momentous return as Becky Lynch, the former Raw Women's Champion, makes her long-awaited comeback to confront one of the most historic WWE champions in history. This marks a new chapter in her storied career, one that promises to redefine the landscape of the WWE Women's division and shake the very foundation of professional wrestling. The return of Becky Lynch is not only significant for her legacy, but it sets the stage for a power struggle that could ripple throughout the entire WWE roster. Fans and superstars alike are waiting with bated breath to see what happens when Lynch steps foot in the ring and sets her sights on a champion who has transcended eras. The background: Becky Lynch's rise to superstardom began years ago, from her humble beginnings in NXT to her iconic The Man persona on the main roster. She became the face of WWE's women's evolution, culminating in one of the most memorable moments in wrestling history at WrestleMania 35, when she won both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships in a triple threat match against Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. However, after a grueling schedule and personal trials, Becky Lynch had to step away from the ring to focus on her family. Her departure was sudden but necessary, and the WWE Universe mourned the absence of one of its brightest stars. During her time away, the women's division evolved and new contenders emerged, but the void left by Lynch was unmistakable now. After months of speculation and anticipation, Lynch is returning to WWE, and her comeback promises to be nothing short of monumental. But who will be her first target? The historic champion. Enter John Cena, one of the most iconic and historic WWE champions of all time. Cena, whose name is synonymous with WWE's mainstream success, has been a fixture of the company for nearly 2 decades. His list of accolades includes 16 world championships, multiple WrestleMania main events, and a legacy that's etched in the annals of WWE history. While Cena has shifted his focus in recent years to Hollywood and other ventures, he's made sporadic returns to WWE, each one met with a raucous ovation. Cena, like Lynch, is larger than life. He's a symbol of WWE's resilience, and his relationship with the WWE Universe is undeniable. But in the wake of Lynch's return, Cena's dominance may be in jeopardy. Cena represents a different era of WWE, one that Lynch was not fully a part of. However, Lynch's rise came during the tail end of Cena's dominance, and her struggle to be seen as an equal among the men and women of the roster mirrors some of Cena's own challenges in his early days. The clash of eras. When Becky Lynch returns, it is with the same fierce determination and self-assuredness that she has always exuded. But her return is not just about reclaiming her position in the women's division. It's about asserting her place in WWE's overall hierarchy. She's looking to break the glass ceiling once more, this time in a way that's never been done before. The confrontation with John Cena, while unexpected, is about more than just a clash of personalities. It represents the intersection of two different legacies, one that helped build the company's future and one that continues to push boundaries. Cena, despite his popularity, has remained largely untouchable in his status as a WWE legend. Meanwhile, Becky Lynch represents the new breed of talent, one that is not afraid to challenge the status quo and demand more. Becky's motivation for confronting Cena. Why would Becky Lynch target a man like John Cena? There are several layers to this confrontation, but at its core, it's about respect and legacy. Reclaiming her legacy. After being away for so long, Becky Lynch has come to realize that the WWE Universe has moved on without her. While her absence was due to personal choices, her return marks a desire to solidify her legacy as one of the greatest of all time. Lynch knows that to do this, she must confront the people who define WWE's legacy, and Cena is the perfect target. Breaking the glass ceiling again. Lynch's storyline has always been about breaking down barriers for women in WWE. Her confrontation with Cena could be symbolic of women's struggle for equality in WWE. By confronting Cena, Lynch is stating that she is no longer just a part of the women's division. She's a part of WWE's history, and she will no longer be confined to the women's category. Revenge on the male-dominated era. Becky's rise to superstardom came in an era where men like Cena were revered and women were often sidelined. This could be a chance for Becky to show that her journey was just as important, and she deserves the same respect as any male superstar. By challenging Cena, Becky is pushing back against their outdated notion that men are the true faces of WWE. The tension builds on Raw. The tension between Becky Lynch and John Cena begins to build in the weeks leading up to Raw. Cena is seen cutting a promo, addressing the WWE Universe and discussing his legacy. He speaks about the future of the company and how he's proud to have been a part of its success. He mentions that WWE needs new faces to step up and carry the mantle forward. Then, out of nowhere, the unmistakable sound of Becky Lynch's theme music hits. The crowd erupts in applause and the atmosphere shifts. Fans who have been waiting for Lynch's return are met with a roaring ovation. She steps onto the stage, her expression fierce yet confident. With every step she takes toward the ring, the intensity grows. She's no longer the man from a few years ago. She's evolved. She's stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever. She steps into the ring, microphone in hand, and looks Cena dead in the eyes. The WWE Universe is hanging on every word. Becky, you talk about legacies, John, about building the future of WWE. Well, I've been building my own future, and it doesn't include waiting for someone like you to hand me the torch. You've had your time. Cena, you've been the face of this company for a long time, but I've earned my spot. I've earned my place in history, and now I'm here to make sure you understand something. You're not the only one who gets to define what it means to be great in WWE. Cena, ever the confident veteran, smirks and nods, as if acknowledging the fire in Lynch's words. He's seen her fight before, but this time, there's something different. Cena knows he's facing a new chapter in the WWE saga. He responds with respect, but there's a challenge in his voice. Cena, you've got guts, I'll give you that, Becky, but don't think for a second that you've got it all figured out. You've made a lot of noise, but you're stepping into a ring with someone who's done it all. you've still got a long way to go before you can claim to be the face of this company. The tension is palpable. Cena and Lynch stare each other down, both knowing that this confrontation is only the beginning. The crowd chants, eager for the action to unfold. Potential matchup. A match between Becky Lynch and John Cena would be historic for several reasons. First, it would mark the first time in WWE history that a woman has squared off against a man of Cena's caliber in a high-stakes, one-on-one contest. While it's unlikely that the match would end in a traditional victory for either superstar due to the storyline's potential, it could build to a larger conflict where both competitors push each other to their limits. For Cena, this match would be a test of respect, not just for Lynch as a competitor, but for the next generation of WWE talent. He might realize that Lynch's legacy is just as important as his own, and in the end, it could set up a mutual understanding or even a grudging respect. For Becky Lynch, this match would cement her place in WWE history as one of the all-time greats, capable of stepping up to any challenge, no matter how daunting. Conclusion. Becky Lynch's return to confront a historic WWE champion like John Cena is a moment that transcends the boundaries of men's and women's wrestling. It's a clash of legacies, a story about respect, and the desire to be seen as equals in a business built on competition and dominance. In the weeks ahead, the WWE Universe will be on the edge of their seats, waiting to see how this rivalry unfolds and what kind of legacy Becky Lynch will create in the next chapter of her career. The match between Cena and Lynch could be one of the most significant in WWE history, as it represents a new era where boundaries are pushed, legacies are redefined, and new stars rise to prominence as the clock ticks down to the next Raw. One thing is certain: WWE will never be the same again. This outline could be fleshed out with more detailed character interactions, match build-ups, promos, and perhaps a subplot involving other superstars reacting to the confrontation. The narrative could also explore Becky's motivations in more depth, such as her desire to prove herself to the WWE Universe, Cena, and herself. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.